Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'd like to share with you all of my tips and tricks on how to remove rust. So if you're doing a restoration job or you just want to get some rust off some metal, these are the cheapest, easiest ways that I have found to remove rust.
So recently I made a clock out of this old saw blade, and you can see it's covered in rust. So the cheapest way I've found to remove general rust is to put it into a bucket and then to pour white vinegar or distilled vinegar all over it and to leave it for probably 2 to 3 days. So you want to put the lid on but leave a gap so that the air can get in, and that lets the vinegar work its magic on the rust. And you can see now this is probably 3 days, 2 to 3 days later, and all that rust has lifted off. So any rust left on there will just come off really easily. And that water that you see in the bottom, that vinegar rusty water, you can actually use that as a stain if you like. I have a video on how to make that. It's a wood stain. So I've also used this method for cleaning old coins. But with old coins you add salt, so white vinegar and salt, and you leave them in a tub, and you can see it really cleans most of them up. Some don't clean up too good, but most of them do. So you can see the results there. I have a video on that too if you want to see the video on how to clean up old coins. So once that's done, another thing that you can use to lift up the excess sludge and rust is oven cleaner, and use a series of brushes, stiff brushes and wire brushes, just to lift off, especially if you're trying to get rust off something delicate. This will just help to lift it off the surface and any grime and grease. And the methods that I use, I try to use methods that are very cheap. So I know there are methods that cost a bit more money, but for this video we're just going to talk about the cheapest ways. So you can see it's lifted all that sludge off. And then to finish off the metal, I use some metal polish. You could use any abrasive really, like a light abrasive, even like toothpaste, just to lift off and just to polish up the surface once all the rust is off. Metal polish seems to do the job. And again, just use a soft wire brush. And then I like to use wire brush attachments in my drill, just speeds up the process a bit, helps to buff it all. And you can do this again and again, wash it off, put some more metal polish on and go over it again. And the wire brushes also work really well for just getting rust off metal such as this hammer just dry. Also I find sandpaper, even though it takes a while, it does get rust off, and it also provides a bit of a key for paint. So getting back to the saw blade then, once I've done that I'll just clean it off with some water, because with vinegar you don't want to leave it on the metal because it will continue to react, which could damage the metal. So it's important to remove all the excess. So to protect the metal, you can use a clear wax, an oil, a varnish. Here I'm using some neutral shoe polish, and that's just to stop any atmospheric moisture from making it rust again. Just a protective measure. And you can see it really works. And that was the clock that I made with this blade. If you'd like to see how I made that clock, I'll leave a link to the video down below.
So that is about it for this video, guys. If you like the video, please remember to like and also consider subscribing if you haven't already for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.